Alright, hi everybody. Yes! No! I shaved. Well, not really shaved. It's still there. It's still there. It's just I got a haircut. I'm noticing something that pissed me off a little while ago. Like, 6 subs just disappeared? I'm not... listen. It's stupid to complain about it. Unless you have that software, that program that tells you who unsubscribed to you, it's stupid to complain about it. So I'm not going to complain about it anymore. It's so stupid. I didn't do the live stream for Toriko. Just wasn't, you know. So, excuse me. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this video, this review here. And then I'm going to attempt to do it after a video of me reading the 7 chapters, and you know, so on and so forth. Okay, One Piece review. Kind of late. Gonna do it anyway. I noticed another thing. YouTube changed their layout again. It's not. I'm not that upset about it. You know. Actually improved a bit. So there's that to just mention. Okay, One Piece. 738 chapter. 4 to 5 for this one. Not much to it, but we did get some interesting things happening. And what I mean by interesting things, we found out more details about the dwarves. I actually got to see what's happening to the dwarves that are imprisoned, what they're doing, and so on and so forth. So, we got basically the beginning page. You know, we got Frankie and everything. You know, 738, Trebol Army Special Executive Sugar. Now, there was a moment here in this chapter that made me go like, oh shit. Which was when Trebol got Robin, and Robin just made this face like, yeah, I'm about to troll you. Boom. That's an instant thumbnail right there. So, beginning of this part of this chapter, pretty much it's just Usopp and the dwarves, the Tantanas. And basically from 2 weeks ago, they're basically ready to give the grape, which is actually Tabasco sauce, to Sugar. And basically they're calling it the spiciest grape. Now, right before they're about to go into it, Trebol throws a sticky of his goo at something, and it's a fly. And it was not even, it was a fly. It was a fly that was buzzing around, and he flew his sticky, you know, at it. And then Robin was like so strong. So, not only is Trebol now, you can consider his ability very accurate. I mean, if he's able to fling his sticky whatever goo at a fly, it should be very easy for him to throw it at a dwarf. And, you know, he basically, we have, you know, Leo of the Tantanas going in saying, you made turn my Nakaba. And they're like, do your best, Leo. And then that's when Robin stops him. And then she basically explains to him after that, you know, if he was able to do that with a fly, you can only imagine what he could do with you. So, Robin then decides, distraction time. She goes in, you know, that happens. But before that happens, we get basically the story behind their Nakama, their dwarf friends. And this is kind of fucked up. I have to say, this is pretty bad. What they're doing to the dwarves. They're making them work and create the smiley fruit. Not only that, they're making them create the smiley fruit. They're feeding them rotten food. To me, that's fucked up. That's really bad. And they basically promising them that, oh, you do this, you'll be able to see your princess, all this jazz. And then the guy at the end says, oh, I can't believe they're listening to this bullshit. So, pretty fucked up what they were basically stating to them. And you see them carrying the parts of the sad and everything. And the plants are basically, they use these flowers. No, actually, no, they're plants. To create this smiley fruit. And the guy's looking at the fruit and he's just like, it's no good. You're supposed to do this, and they're treating them like crap. And the whole premise behind it is the reason why they're doing this, because the dwarves believe, or the dwarves going along with this, is because they believe that this is helping their princess, which is a lie. It's just, it mind boggles me. And then we go back, after that, we have that scene. And then we go into Robin again, and she basically tells them that his skills are abnormal, say the least. And it's too dangerous for you to go in without, so on and so forth. So then we have the Pink Hornets going in there, and then that's when Robin goes in, and she basically disguises as a soldier, as one of the guards, to let Trebol go with her. That way, they'll be able to go and give that to, Sugar. So, and basically she gives like a big lie saying, that their soul ones are escaping, or they're wounded or some shit like that. And this brings in the dwarfs going in to attack Sugar. Now, and then she's like, give us back our Nakama, and so on and so forth. And Sugar's basically saying that you were being fooled. There's no way you dimwits were able to figure that out on your own. And saying that, she says the Tatanta tribe, I thought you weren't going to show yourselves here for at least another year. Looks like someone's egged you on. And what was weird about this part for me is the way it was done. Because, her movement of her hands, Sugar, was so ridiculous. It was like she was able to touch all these dwarfs just like that. Because she basically tells her, you're on the impression that I can't fight, that I can't protect myself. So, that I'm weak, basically. And she does all this, and she turns them all into little black bears. And then basically makes a contract with them, you obey my order to the death. Saying that to slaughter them all, everyone inside the executive tower. And then they end up fighting the black bears, which are dwarfs. The dwarfs fighting the black bears, and so forth. And that's when Sugar calls Trebol back. It's a trap. It's a trap! Robin says, "Oh look, there's pirates running away! You idiots! What's going on here?" And then they let him know that it's not, and he's like, "That bitch!" And he attacks Robin with his goo. And that was that one scene at the very end of the page. Page 19. Where Robin just looks at him and she disappears. I was like, wow. And then he ends up going on a rampage, like, oh, the Straw Hats are here, you know, and they were after sugar. And he does sticky chain, and he says sticky stick, and he does Metatoria, Torah, which I believe means Portamontor too. I don't know what that meant, but anyway. Ends up throwing a ship on there and attacking the tower. And it says on the side, Operation failed. And that pretty much what ends on happening in the chapter. Overall, like I said, 4 out of 5. I really dig this chapter. I really did. I put Bleach over it because of how, you know, Bleach was mostly action. You know, and this wasn't to a certain extent. But don't get me wrong, this was a good chapter. Now, I really have no idea if they got away. Or if they got sugar. Going to be interesting to see how this comes forward next week. But like what I saw, I mean, it was fucked up with the dwarfs. That is, you're making them eat raw food, rotten food, telling them lies and shit. Oh, that's just terrible. That's just terrible. Just god awful. But yeah, I mean, it's fucked up. No other way to look at it. I wonder, to some extent, I wonder what exactly is going to happen, to a certain extent, when they do get their, everyone gets their memories back, who are toys. Because you can only imagine about that scenario. Now, like I said, I'm guessing they got away. I don't know if it's a mission fail, though. It's possible they failed the mission, but I don't know. Gotta wait and see on this. So yeah, that's the story there. Bonkai 922. I'm gonna stop complaining about subs because, to be perfectly honest, I really don't give a fuck. No, as Joe 10 says, I have no fucks to give. Nah, I really don't. If it's closed accounts, fine, it's closed accounts. If it's because, you know, stupid people were complaining about bullshit that I said and here and there, then let them. No? As simple as that. The singing, the Bonkai 922 of my singing talent thing, I will probably try to do a few of them on this weekend. At least I think I can. Gotta wait and see. But after this, I'm going to end this now. I'm going to do Toriko. Try to do Toriko. The 6th chapter, 7th chapter. Just going to be a regular video. I just wasn't in the mood. Last 2 weeks I've been doing them. And this week I just couldn't. Yeah. But yeah, good. Like I said, good chapter of One Piece. We'll see what happens next week. They most likely, I'm thinking they I don't know if it's an Operation Fail. We have to wait and see. But all I have to say is this. Troll Robin. Robin Troll Trebol. That was awesome. I'm Bonkai 922, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.